Hey y'all, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we have the Vevor TT-450 vinyl cutting machine that we're gonna go ahead and test out and give it a try. Now, you've probably seen in my previous video that I have the large machine over here in the background, but not everybody needs anything that large. Some people need a smaller footprint of a vinyl cutter, and this just might be the answer for you. The reason why I do like this machine opposed to, let's say, the Cricut machine is you don't need an actual mat to cut your vinyl with. This will accept a full roll on the back of the machine and it just feeds continuously. So you can do letters 13 inches pretty much as long as you want, which is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and rewind a bit, get this thing unboxed and check it out and see what it's all about. Here we go. All right guys, welcome back. So you could see that the box was well packed. Everything is pretty straightforward. I'm pretty surprised right here that it comes with all these test colors of vinyl for you. So you don't have to worry about getting a machine and then all of a sudden not having anything to do any test projects or just projects with in general. It comes with your power accessories. In this bag here, it comes with all of your blades and your attachments. You can also use it as a plotter and draw on paper, so it has a pen as well. And then it comes with actually two of these blade inserts that will mount right into this part right here. The large one actually only came with one. It came with one plastic one. This one comes with two. It comes with actually a metal one and a plastic one, so that's pretty nice. And then it comes with some 3 extra blades. I got my power cables right here. I'm gonna connect it up to my MacBook Pro. We are going to be using the software that I have previously purchased and installed called EasyCut, but it does come with software. So here is the USB that it comes with, SignMaster and SignCut software on this. So you could use this for Windows, and I believe the SignMaster software for Windows is a lot better than what it is for Mac. And that's the reason why I'm actually using EasyCut that I purchased. I believe it was like $69 on my MacBook Pro, and it's pretty awesome. It does pretty much anything you need. Another thing that it comes with right here is a little vinyl strip. This is a replacement strip for your blade. Your blade will run across this if you're not paying attention, and this can get ruined. So having this nice little piece of replacement strip is really nice. Keep this handy, don't lose this, put it in a safe spot. Inside this box are my codes to the software. Again, I'm not gonna be using any of the software. And the last thing we have right here is this little case, which is kind of nice. It's just a little weeding tool that it comes with. You can see right here, comes with a weeding tool, comes with a pair of tweezers and a blade, which is pretty nice that they send this. I probably won't be using it too much, but for myself, I don't know. It's a pretty nice little case. All right guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get the blade inserted and get our first test cut and see how it does. I got the machine plugged in and ready to go, and it's actually really nice. It has some nice LED lights to keep everything nice and bright, which is pretty cool. So the plugging in part, pretty self-explanatory. So this is the nice aluminum blade. I don't understand why they actually sent this one and this one and what's the difference of them. I'm gonna obviously use the metal one, but I think they're basically the same thing. And then this one we're not gonna use. This is actually a pen. And then if you push down here, you could see this one actually already has a blade installed. So you could see I'm pushing on it right here. So the key to this is you wanna make sure that your blade is not sticking out almost at all. You want it to basically be almost about the thickness of a paper sticking out, and which is very minimal. And the way I described it on one of my last videos, and if you want to watch that video for a little bit more detail, is if you take your finger and run across the top right here, you want to barely be able to feel that blade sticking out, and not enough to really poke you, but just enough to feel across. If you don't feel it, then it's not out far enough. But if you feel it and and it's too far, you'll know it. You don't want to cut yourself when you do that. So you kind of rub there. It's almost impossible to see on camera. It's probably the thickness of a piece of paper sticking out. If you ever need to change your blade, you could really just pull it out like that and it just pops right back in. You don't have to take anything apart. It's magnetized and you can see right there, it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and get this installed into the machine. Okay, another nice thing about this machine before we get to setting the blade is it has this little storage compartment, which is pretty nice for all your accessory parts. Just like that. There's 1 and 3. All right, so to get this installed, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You're just gonna drop it into this little box right here, loosen up the screw until it drops all the way in, and it's gonna have a little stopper, and then just screw this back in to tighten it up. All right guys, now that we went ahead and we got the blade installed and you have your depth of your blade perfect, what we're gonna do is the first thing, let's go ahead and load up some vinyl, and I'm gonna show you that. In the back of the machine, there's a lever that you have to push, and what that'll do is that'll allow you to put your roll of paper in, and then you lock it into place. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, since Vevor was kind enough to give me 2 blues, we're gonna go ahead and use the blue one. You wanna take your vinyl, and you wanna make sure that this lever is in the pushed up position. Down, it's gonna lock these wheels into place, and that's what feeds your vinyl back and forth. So you won't be able to push it through. So make sure your lever is up, and then you can slowly feed this through until it comes off to the other side. After you get it all the way through, go ahead and lock that into place and you should be good to go. Now the good thing about this again is you can have this against a wall and you don't have to worry about a mat going back and forth or anything like that. This is just gonna pull and feed the paper back and forth, which is really nice. All right, now that we're on the other side of the machine, you remember that little piece of vinyl that I was telling you about? If your vinyl's not pulled enough forward, just reach behind the back of the machine and pull your paper a little bit forward. So we are good to go. All right guys, now that we're set up with that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the force. Now you have to remember that every single vinyl is a little bit different than the next. Every brand might be a little bit thicker or thinner than the next. Even the same brand might actually be a little bit thinner. It might be a different lot, and the vinyl itself might be a little bit thinner. So what you wanna do is you wanna do a test on that vinyl if you get a new roll of vinyl each and every time. That's just what I recommend. We're gonna go to offline. That's gonna be the new origin, and let's do a test cut. But I'm going to put the force up to 80. Yep, and you can see right there, I think 80 grams of force is about good. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it at 80 grams of force. It didn't cut through the paper, not at all. So that turned out pretty good right there. A little bit extra force and didn't cut through the paper. So we should be good now with the blade. So let's go ahead and do a test image before we do anything else. All right, now that we went ahead and I went into the software and I just did a quick bear. I just wanted to import an SVG image just to do a test cut. Should be about 4 inches or 5 inches by 5 inches. I just want to see how it does and how fast it does. So let's just go ahead and hit send to the cutter and we should be good to go. So we're at 400 millimeters a second, 80 grams of force. We're using the blue vinyl that they supplied me with from Vevor. So let's go ahead and get this thing sent and see what it does. Ugh. Let's see. This does have that. We're gonna try something a little different. I just noticed something on these wheels. there's these little grippers right here. It's almost like little, I don't know, it's almost like Velcro pieces. The 12-inch paper matches up perfectly with that. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this cut one more time. I'm gonna move it over so that the origin is moved over a little bit, and that might help out some. So let's go ahead and try that. See how that does. Let's do it like this. We got one wheel there. We're gonna go one wheel here. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and give that a try. So let's go ahead and hit origin, and now we should be good. And maybe it grips that paper a little bit better. %100 better. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and pull it out, get it weeded out, and see what it looks like. Perfect. Check him out. There he is. How awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Maybe we'll put him on a board or something over here. All right, guys, that is it. That is the Vevor TT-450 vinyl cutter. Took me about 20 minutes right out of the box to get it set up, and I was up and running, and check out these results. I even did a little tiny bear after the large one that I stuck on the wall just to see the detail. He's about 2 inches across, and you could see it just cut perfectly with no problem. I did learn something, that you do have to have the roller guides on those pieces of black tape. They will grip the paper a lot better, so make sure you do that. But after that, it cut totally perfect for me. So if you've seen my last video and you're eyeballing that 34-inch and it's just a little bit too big, the TT-450 might be the one for you. It's small, it's compact. If you're doing t-shirts or decals or going to a pop-up, you can even travel with it, you know, bring it to a craft show, and you can make custom decals right on the spot for people. If you have an arsenal of images, you're definitely going to be able to make some money with this machine as well. You can see right there, it's absolutely super light. Again, the cool thing about these machines are they use the vinyl rolls. You don't have to worry about a mat to stick your vinyl onto. And doing that, you're limited to the size of the project that you can do. Let's just say you wanted to do a sign that is 12 inches of letters by, I don't know, 48 inches long, or even longer than that. Maybe you wanted to do something that's 6 foot long. You could do it because it'll just continuously cut for you. All right, guys, I will put a link in the description down below if you're interested in this machine. So go ahead and check out those links if you're interested. I definitely will be doing some more videos on this machine. I have a couple projects that I want to do that we'll go ahead and do some projects, and I'll also do some more tutorials on the Easy Cut software as well, because I find it to be a little bit better than what it does come with for the Mac. Now, if you're a Windows user, I'm not sure about that. So can't really speak to the Windows because I use Mac for my stuff. All right, guys, that is it. That is video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, go down below, hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button. That way you get notified of all of my newest videos. But until that next video, make sure y'all do one thing. Stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.